Good afternoon, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because for every subscriber, I get a new subscriber and I also read a page from a book of my choice. So at the moment, I am trying to reach 10,000 subscribers and make sure to leave a like on this video before I forget telling you. Just click the like button, it's completely free. And I'm sure you'll enjoy the video because today I am going to be speaking about Haruki Murakami's first person singular. Um, of course, I am going to be focusing on the sixth short story in this anthology called Carnaval. Um, this one has about 35 pages. I rated it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And I think that this was perhaps the weirdest one so far, but certainly not the most enjoyable. I think so far I really enjoyed the one with the monkey. Confessions of a Shinagawa Monkey was very fun, and I also enjoyed Charlie Parker plays Bossa Nova. However, the rest, quite mediocre, though enjoyable in their own respects, of course. My initial reaction to it was basically to sum it all up, right? If you were to read this short story and somebody asked you to sum it all up in one sentence, you would say something like, well, that isn't nice, is it? And that is basically my entire thought. That was my entire thought throughout reading this short story. The persona here, of course, I can't really tell still whether it's Murakami or not, but the persona here speaks of an ugly woman he used to hang out with all the time until she was found guilty for fraud and cut off all communication with him. So today in my creative writing 2 class, we actually brought up the concept of um, creative nonfiction and basically nonfiction in general. And this there was this very fine line because I wanted to bring out the fact that perhaps the persona, right, as I mentioned, he speaks of an ugly woman he used to hang out with, right? I wanted to bring up the fact of being blatant or being too blunt in a short story, and does that perhaps make a story more realistic, or does it decrease the author's credibility? And I wanted to see how many of you think that being blunt in a short story makes it more realistic, how more relatable it could be. So if you have any thoughts about this, let me know in the comment section. From the short stories you've read, right? When the author is blunt, do you find it to be more relatable or less relatable? And also let me know about it in terms of enjoyability. So basically, the title of the short story, Carnaval, right, is the name of the piece by Schumann, the musician, which they would exclusively basically speak about during their meetups. In fact, this woman basically had no other sort of thing he would speak about with her. And the part that made me most angry, maddest, in fact, was when he brought up that he would not have sex with the unattractive woman because he was scared of what he would find underneath. And instead of because of he is already married and he is happily married, right? So that was his initial thought when he was thinking about this, when he was alone with her, and that made me completely furious. And also, I think it's a true WTF moment over here, which I haven't experienced in a while, right? Especially when you think about the story from a more face value sort of point of view. It basically just immediately made me lose all respect for the persona. And here I am basically assuming that every story has a different persona, not a different, not the same persona for all the short stories. Um, so why would he have such thoughts, let alone write about them? And if you have some thoughts, you know, it's probably not the worst thing to be thinking about sometimes, but why would you bring them up in text? It's something that seems so unnecessarily malicious. And I listened to snippets of the piece called Carnival by Schumann. I am actually listening to the rendition by Boris Gildberg at the moment. Um, and while I do think that it is beautiful, I must say that I don't really understand the appeal and why, of all the music he's ever listened to, the persona and his ugly woman friend would pick this one on a desert island. So I don't see the appeal for this, and I've listened to much better classical music despite not even being such a huge fan of the genre. But anyway, that is all I have to say about Haruki Murakami's first person singular sixth short story, which is called Carnaval. If you have any other thoughts about this which I missed out on, let me know in the comment section down below. And as usual, make sure to support my channel in any way you can. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, share. Anything you can which will help the channel. I'll greatly appreciate it, and I'll reply to all of your comments as well. So, as usual, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.